Well, hello. We're back, and today we want to talk more about weight loss.
Yeah, we thought we'd talk about weight loss in the light of limiting beliefs around weight loss. Because we've worked with so many people over the years who come to us with 20 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever, that they want to get rid of. And so they usually have this limiting belief. They're telling themselves, I just can't lose weight. And they look back in their lives, and sure enough, they have tried diet after diet. I mean, some people come to us in their 50s and they've been dieting since they were 10.
I know.
It's like,
It's
oh my
amazing.
gosh. And so what's interesting is to see this whole belief pattern that's going on. So usually that's been a yo-yo dieter. So they've seen that they can lose weight, but they can't keep it off. So it's some form of limiting belief. And, when they look at their lives, they see proof. I have either not been able to lose weight or I have lost weight, but I can't keep it off. So it's interesting to see how there is this way of life, the nature of our minds, that has this inner critic that says, "Oh, you're too heavy," and then it has the prover. It says, "Oh yeah, look, see, all these things have happened because of your weight," and I tell myself I can't keep it off. I've got this limiting belief, and sure enough, I haven't kept it off. So there's the critic and the believer, and this whole thing's going on inside, driving us crazy. But what happens when we start to work with people around these beliefs is that we soon see and they begin to discover that the whole promise or the idea behind the weight loss is something other than the weight loss. They're looking for that sense of well being. They're looking for that sense of I'm okay in life when I look like this, when I lose this weight.
They're looking for a better feeling to live in than the one that they're living in now.
Yeah, yeah. So there's always this goal on the other side of the limiting belief. But how do you get rid of the limiting belief? Because the mind just keeps saying, look, I've got proof here, 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 here. So what we find is that what we need to do is to see that what we're looking for isn't actually this doing, getting the weight off. When we see that we can have a better sense of well-being when we're going to feel better by getting the weight off, that's not a doing, that's a being. That's a way of being. That's a way of feeling that we're all looking for. But the mind picks it up and it says, what do I have to do to get there? So it turns this goal of well being into a doing. Let's get rid of this weight. And that puts this limiting belief in between where we are and our goal of well being.
And the limiting belief is any form of I can't,
Yeah.
because that's untrue. Now, what if all the extra pounds represent one simple thing? False beliefs about who we really are and how life works. And our body, in its wisdom, is wanting us to see who we really are and how life works. So it keeps showing us that what we're believing and acting out of doesn't work, so that we can begin to see who we really are, what our true nature is.
Yeah, that sense of well-being that's on the other side of getting these 20 pounds off. That's that sense of being grounded in the love and the light and the joy and the happiness that we are. And what's interesting is that that experience, that feeling, is available every moment because it's not dependent on how much we weigh or what we look like or what job we have or how much money's in the bank.
Yeah. And a good tip we learned from an associate is start looking for ways that make you feel good and begin living from those activities. What food really nourishes you and makes your body thrive? Because that makes us feel good. So that's one area. Well, I know for me, when I exercise every day, I feel amazing. And I keep setting little goals for myself to do more push ups or more of this. And every time I go a little higher in my achievement, I feel great. I feel better and better.
And so here's the thing about that too, is that we want to find these things that bring us to that place of feeling good about ourselves. And we want to be careful not to attach that feeling to the doing. So it's easy to kind of say, okay, I just need to keep doing more push-ups every day and I'll keep being happier and happier. We want to be real clear that our sense of well-being is not attached to what we do.
Yeah, our sense of well being is always present. If we're just willing to relax this thinking mind, that sense of well being is who we are, it's what we feel, it's what permeates all of everything that we think and do and are.
Yeah. So we've talked in the past, we've done a number of blogs on our inner GPS. And our inner GPS is to follow our feelings. So if we're feeling tight and constricted, which is usually what we feel when we're believing limiting beliefs, that's our GPS saying, look in another direction. Don't keep trying to push down this path to find that sense of well-being. And when we find a sense of well-being, then those are what we want to follow. But be careful not to attach that sense of well-being to the activity, because it can come to a point where that activity isn't what thrills us anymore. And that doesn't mean our well-being has been lost. It just means we need to look in a new direction and keep looking for what is the source. How do we find ourselves in that well-being?
And look for things that enliven that well being in you around what you eat, how you involve yourself in activity, how you involve yourself in life. Because as we align with our true nature, those I can'ts dissolve.
They don't exist in that place of standing in the truth of who we are. It's a beautiful thing. So recognize when we have these goals of, I want to lose weight and I can't, the limiting beliefs and the goals that we set for ourselves, those are what the mind comes up with as little handholds for how to get us back to that place of well-being, that sense of standing in the truth of who we really are and expressing our lives from there. That's where the real joy of life and the real juice is.
It's true. Okay, recipe. So we made a mushroom pesto made with mushrooms, garlic, and basil. And then we put it on linguine. And then to top it all off, we added arugula and cannellini beans and a lot of lemon. It's really tasty. Give it a try if it draws you. And enjoy.
Enjoy knowing that everything you're looking for is available right now. If we can let go of those limiting beliefs. And next week, we'll be talking more about how life is letting go. So, see you next week.
Bye.